Jessica was 22, a quiet girl from the suburbs, working nights at a local cleaning company. On the evening of September 14th, 2019, she walked into an office tower and never came back out. What happened that night has never been explained. At 11:47 p.m., Jessica clocked in on the 9th floor. Security cameras caught her pushing a cleaning cart out of the elevator. She looked normal, focused, maybe a little tired. The building itself stood silent. Rows of empty cubicles, overhead lights buzzing. The kind of silence that makes you believe you're the last person left in the world. But Jessica wasn't alone. She sent one final text message to her best friend at 11:53. Almost done. If I don't make it out, I'm haunting this place. LOL. Investigators would later call it a joke. But some believe she knew something was wrong. According to building logs, Jessica reached the far cubicle row. There, her vacuum cord was unplugged. No reason, no explanation. Nearby, etched into the surface of a desk, 3 words: "Don't look up." No one knows what happened next. The footage cuts. The hallway goes dark. But janitors who came after her say they heard noises on the ceiling, slapping, crawling, something moving too fast, too heavy. Jessica ran down the stairwell. She hit the ground exit. But when she opened the door, she wasn't outside. She was back on the 9th floor. The chair was still spinning, the coffee still steaming. But now, the words carved into the desk had changed. You looked. Jessica never clocked out. Her time card froze at midnight. To this day, no trace of her has ever been found. But staff who cleaned that building now say when they reach the 9th floor, they sometimes hear the faint buzz of a vacuum. And if you look up, you'll see her. Adam was 71. Everyone at the station called him Old Man Adam. He'd worked nights on the rail platform for nearly 30 years. Dependable, quiet, always on time. But one winter night, he disappeared. And the only clue he left behind was a logbook filled with arrival times for trains that were never scheduled. It was 2:14 a.m. when the cameras caught Adam sitting alone at his desk. The station was nearly empty, just a cold hall of benches, iron beams, and flickering fluorescent lights. He looked down at his book, wrote a few words, and then turned his head sharply toward the tracks, like someone had just called his name. At 2:37 a.m., the footage showed him stand. He walked to the platform edge and began speaking, but there was no one there. No passengers, no train. A passenger who claimed to be there that night said, "The rails started to shake. I saw the lights, bright as day, but no train came through. When I turned back, Adam was gone." Investigators searched the building, every bench, every track, every tunnel. They never found him. But his logbook was left open on the desk. The first entries that night were neat, careful, but the last page, the handwriting was frantic, the ink smeared, and the final line read, "It's here. It's finally here." Adam never clocked out. His coat was found draped neatly over the chair. His watch, still ticking, left on the tracks. To this day, passengers say that if you're alone on the platform past midnight, you might feel the ground tremble under your feet. Some claim to hear footsteps pacing just beyond the tracks, and others swear they've seen him. An old man in a faded conductor's cap, staring down the rails, waiting for the last train.